Hello guys, welcome to a walkthrough of Unit Drums.
What? Okay, I finally decided to do this. A tutorial on how I make Miku sound more natural in an American accent. So the first thing I do, as you can probably notice, is that I change a lot of the phonemes. But I don't only change the phonemes, I do something else. And you might kind of guess already that, yeah, I've changed some parameters. But it's even more than that. Sometimes I actually divide individual phonemes or like phonetic letters into their own notes so that I can gain more control. So let's look at this, what I created here. When she says welcome.
Welcome to a walk. Welcome to.
So you see there's a, right there, which makes no sense, you might think. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter what phonemes you're using. What matters is that it sounds like the sound that you want. So I want her to make it sound like she's saying, welcome. One way to do that is basically like replace some phonemes with something else that's kind of close. So L can be close to O, like welcome, right? So I put one here, and to make it less obvious that it's an O, I drag down the brightness. The thing I've noticed is that placing one phoneme after the other will change how that first phoneme will sound. Even though you have the same phoneme in different words, it will sound different depending on the context. Depends what comes before it and what comes after it. Knowing this, there's a lot of experimentation going on that you have to do. Because I can't really tell you oh, if you want her to say the, you put this phoneme after the other. It depends on the context. How you want her to say the, how long is the note, what accent you're trying to do, what feeling, what emotion, it matters a lot of things. But I can tell you that the core phoneme that you want will change depending on what you have before and after it. And another thing you might have noticed is that I have these, SDF. Now, these mean absolutely nothing. They are actually a faster way to use than these slashes. Slashes these are supposed to cut the audio so that you can start on a new sound without this one continuing to this. But this, you can achieve the same effect if you just mash on your keyboard. This will do the same thing. It will cut this audio and start new on the next note you have here. So if you have for example, a vowel, you see this kind of emptiness here. If I remove this, it connects. So we have nothing because I muted it.
Welcome to.
If you want to keep this kind of pause, but without connecting these, all you have to do is just put something there with absolute gibberish. But remember to do it in phoneme edited mode because it will try to do that if you put it in the lyric mode. So instead of reaching for that specific key of slash, I recommend just doing that way faster. I am all about efficiency. I cannot live without efficiency. Sometimes, if you want to have a shorter pause, sometimes it works. Sometimes it works. Point is that sometimes you can't really put it really close. For example, if I want to put something here, it moves away. And even if I move it back, it doesn't want to cooperate. A workaround is to do this. You move it anywhere you want. The point is that you stretch it. Miku, can you just shut the fuck up for a second? You move it there, and you stretch it back, and voila. You're really close. You can be extremely close. That's the smallest note you can have. And you can actually overlap even. Oh my god. You can overlap. And trust me, this is actually a useful thing to be able to overlap this kind of craziness. Just experiment and you will notice it does actually change. Even just replacing some notes with a dash instead of the actual continuous vowel like oo. If I put it to dash, okay, if I put it to oo, the same vowel as we have on here, it sounds different. Even though a dash is supposed to continue a vowel or syllable, whatever you have, but it actually changes the sound sometimes. sometimes I add phonemes to more closely represent what we are actually doing with our mouths when we speak. Like the word like. It's not like. We don't really say it like that. And it's not a very strong E there. It's just like, ik. So, but if you make Miku say that, if we just, Jesus, if we start with the default, just type in like.
Like.
It's fine. We can make it better though.
Like.
You still have the like the A, but it's more subtle. And the reason is because I put a dash here. If I remove the dash and only put E,
Like.
it kind of emphasizes that more. Because with a dash, it's trying to continue the A, and then it doesn't have much space for the E. If you want to achieve a similar effect, but without using dash, which actually comes handy sometimes. So, first of all, move it really close to the K. And then how vocaloid works is that, it goes from A to E as, as naturally as possible. But if you want to increase the length of the A, it does not help by just doing this.
Like.
It still sounds kind of natural. Sometimes you want this to extend even more. And the way to do that is to first have one vowel, at least one note with a vowel of the note that you want to extend. And then at the very end, connect these two, place the same vowel, make it really short. This will make it so that it goes la, and then this tiny space for E, and then K.
Like.
There's barely any sound of the E, but it works. It's there. The E is there.
Like.
Just very short. There it is. There it is.